America, we have a problem, a big one. A storm is brewing on our east coast, and it's not a hurricane. This storm threatens to disrupt our lives in ways we haven't seen in decades. It's a strike, a massive work stoppage at our ports, and it's poised to send shockwaves through our economy. The International Longshoremen's Association, representing tens of thousands of dock workers, is locked in a bitter contract dispute with the United States Maritime Alliance, the group representing shipping companies and port operators. They're playing a high-stakes game of chicken, and the American people are caught in the middle. This isn't just about wages and benefits, folks. It's about the free flow of goods, the lifeblood of our economy. This strike could cripple supply chains, leading to shortages of everything from food and medicine to electronics and car parts. It's time to pay attention because this affects you. Get ready, America, because this is going to be a bumpy ride. On one side, we have the International Longshoremen's Association, the muscle behind our ports. These are the men and women who keep our goods moving, unloading massive container ships around the clock. They argue they're overworked and underpaid, especially in light of the record profits shipping companies have enjoyed recently. They're demanding better wages, increased benefits, and protection from automation, which they see as a threat to their livelihoods. They're fighting for their share of the pie, and they're not afraid to flex their considerable muscle to get it. On the other side, we have the United States Maritime Alliance, representing the shipping companies and port operators. They argue that they're already paying competitive wages and providing generous benefits. They claim that the ILA's demands are unreasonable and would cripple their businesses. They're pushing back hard, and they're not afraid to play dirty. Get ready for some PR spin, folks, because this is about to get ugly. The East Coast ports are not just some regional hubs, they're the gateways to global commerce. Think of them as the arteries of our economy, channeling trillions of dollars worth of goods every year. From Savannah to Boston, these ports handle nearly half of all U.S. imports and exports. We're talking about everything from the clothes you wear and the food you eat, to the cars you drive, and the smartphones you're probably reading this on. These ports are critical infrastructure, and a prolonged strike could bring our economy to its knees. The stakes couldn't be higher. This isn't just an East Coast problem, folks. This is a national crisis waiting to happen. When the ports shut down, the entire country feels the pain. Prices skyrocket, shelves go empty, and businesses grind to a halt. Remember the toilet paper shortages of 2020? Multiply that by 1,000, and you're starting to get the picture. This is serious business. So, what happens when the flow of goods grinds to a halt? Chaos, that's what. Supermarkets could be stripped bare with essentials like food, water, and medicine in short supply. Remember those runs on toilet paper? Yeah, get ready for round 2, but this time, it's everything. Factories reliant on imported raw materials could be forced to shut down, leading to layoffs and further economic turmoil. The auto industry, heavily dependent on just-in-time manufacturing, could be particularly hard hit. Imagine car dealerships sitting empty, folks, because they can't get the parts they need. Think about your everyday life. Your morning coffee? Gone. Your favorite imported cheese? Forget about it. That new smartphone you've been eyeing? Good luck with that. This strike has the potential to disrupt every aspect of our lives, folks, and that's not hyperbole. Echoes of the past, when ports stood still. This isn't the first time our ports have paralyzed by labor disputes. History is littered with examples of port strikes, each one leaving a trail of economic devastation in its wake. Remember the 1971 East Coast dockworkers strike? It lasted for 60 days, costing the U.S. economy billions of dollars and causing widespread shortages. Or how about the 2002 West Coast port lockout? That one lasted for 10 days and cost an estimated $1 billion per day. The images of cargo ships backed up for miles, unable to unload, were seared into the national consciousness. Those were dark times, folks, and we're on the verge of repeating them. These strikes are a stark reminder of the power wielded by the workers who keep our ports humming. They also highlight the fragility of our globalized economy, which depends on the smooth operation of these vital hubs. We've been warned before, folks, and now history is threatening to repeat itself. The automation threat, replacing workers with robots. Adding fuel to the fire is the looming specter of automation. Shipping companies argue that automation is necessary to improve efficiency and competitiveness. They envision a future where robots unload containers and driverless trucks transport goods, all without the need for pesky human workers. The ILA sees this for what it is, a direct threat to their livelihoods. They argue that automation will lead to massive job losses, decimating their union and leaving thousands of families struggling to make ends meet. They're fighting for their very survival, folks, and they're not going down without a fight. This is bigger than just one union, though. This is about the future of work in America. As automation continues to advance, we need to be asking ourselves some tough questions. What happens when robots are cheaper and more efficient than human workers? What happens to those displaced workers? These are questions we need to be grappling with, folks, because the future is coming, whether we're ready for it or not. Ripple effects beyond the docks. The impact of this strike won't be confined to the waterfront. Like a stone thrown into a pond, the ripples will spread outward, impacting every corner of our economy. The trucking industry, already facing a driver shortage, could be pushed to the brink. Imagine thousands of trucks idled at ports, unable to pick up or deliver their cargo. The supply chain grinds to a halt and the goods we rely on simply don't arrive. Empty store shelves become the new normal, and the economy shudders under the strain. This isn't just about inconvenience, folks. This is about real people's lives being upended. Truck drivers, warehouse workers, retailers, manufacturers, millions of Americans are about to feel the pain of this strike. We're all in this together, whether we like it or not. The Farm Belt feels the squeeze, a harbinger of empty plates. American farmers, already grappling with drought and rising input costs, face a new threat: the inability to get their products to market. The East Coast ports are crucial for agricultural exports, handling everything from soybeans and corn to poultry and beef. A prolonged strike could mean rotting crops, plummeting prices, and financial ruin for farmers across the country. It's a disaster waiting to happen, folks, and it's one that will be felt far beyond the farm. Remember those empty supermarket shelves? Yeah, get ready for them to stay empty. This is about food security, folks. This is about our ability to feed ourselves. When farmers can't get their products to market, it's not just their livelihoods that are at stake. It's our access to affordable food. This is a crisis in the making, and we need to wake up to it. The time to prepare is now. Don't be caught unaware. Don't wait for the government to save you. Don't wait for the news to tell you what to do. The time to act is now. Start by assessing your household's needs. What are the essential items you and your family rely on daily? Food, water, medicine, hygiene products. Make a list and check it twice. Next, start stocking up. Don't go crazy, but gradually build up a reserve of essential supplies that can last you and your family for several weeks. Think of it as an insurance policy against uncertainty. You hope you never have to use it, but you're damn glad you have it when you do. Don't forget about your pets either. They rely on you, so make sure you have enough food, water, and any medications they might need. This isn't about panicking, folks. This is about being prepared. It's about taking control of your own destiny and ensuring your family's well-being in uncertain times. Essential supplies, your survival checklist. Let's get specific, folks. Here's a quick checklist of essential supplies to consider stockpiling. Food, non-perishable items like canned goods, rice, beans, pasta, peanut butter, and dried fruit. Water, 1 gallon per person per day for drinking and sanitation. First aid kit, fully stocked and ready to go. Medications, a 2-week supply of any prescription medications, as well as over-the-counter pain relievers, antacids, and allergy medicine. Batteries, for flashlights, radios, and other essential devices. Asterisk cash, small denominations in case of power outages or ATM failures. Fuel, keep your gas tank at least half full and consider storing extra fuel in approved containers. Remember, folks, this is just a starting point. Adjust this list based on your family's specific needs and circumstances. The key is to be prepared, not panicked. Brace yourselves. The clock is ticking. The East Coast port strike has the potential to disrupt our lives in ways we can't even imagine. The time for complacency is over. The time for action is now. Stock up on essential supplies, stay informed, and be prepared to weather the storm. This isn't about fear-mongering, folks. This is about being realistic. The future is uncertain, but by taking steps to prepare, we can navigate the challenges ahead and emerge stronger on the other side. Stay vigilant, America, and for God's sake, be kind to each other. We're all in this together.